Red Devils Hockey is brought to you by Bushnell Builders Limited. Trust Bushnell Builders for over 40 years of excellence in commercial and residential construction across Christchurch and Canterbury. Quality, experience, and dedication in every project. Bushnell.co.nz. Reform Radiology, exceptional imaging and treatment services for the community. Local team, expert care. Reformradiology.co.nz. The Alpine Ice Sports and Entertainment Center, fun physical entertainment for the whole family. alpineice.co.nz. Sounders Robinson and Brown is a Canterbury law firm offering legal advice in commercial law, property, trusts and estates, dispute resolution, family and relationship property. Talk to the team at SRB for legal solutions tailored for your success. srblaw.co.nz. And by Futaporo Accountants. Not your average accountants, Futaporo take the hassle out of taxes and let you focus on what you do best. Futaporo.co.nz. Level check, 1, 2, there it is. Okay, there we go, we're back to live. There it is. Kia ora koto, welcome everybody to the Alpine Ice Sports and Entertainment Center. My name's Matt Chavez, here with Dan Nichols today, and we will be bringing you action here from Christchurch. Today's game is the Botany Swarm and the Canterbury Red Devils. Dan, it's been a few days off. Quite a few days off for some of these guys. It's been a couple of weeks, right? And I think they played Botany last. Is that correct?
Indeed, yeah. They've had a 2-week break since their last games, which were against the Botany Swarm up in Auckland. So it didn't quite fare that well for the Red Devils that weekend, with the Swarm taking both games quite comfortably. The first game, I believe, was 10-0, and then in the second game, it was a 10-4 game. So, again, 14 days to sort of regroup, regather, work on a few things, and see if they can come out with a better performance here this weekend. Yeah, now I just put up the the official table here, which has Botany in third place. I think that's a little bit unfair, so I'm going to switch to what I like to call my standings, which is points per game played. And I already have Botany on top
at 2 points a game. Let's make that easier. Let's actually just pause that on top. There we go. And this is the important part, really. We don't need to talk about where the Red Devils are. We need to talk about where the Swarm are. At this point, they're 4-2, which puts them in a perfect position here to take first place if they pull two wins from Canterbury this weekend, and that'll put them at the top. And if the Red Devils want to get going this year, now's the time.
Yeah, we're approaching halfway through the season at the end of this weekend, so start accumulating some points to get in the race for the finals this season, which is a slightly different playoff format. But yeah, I think if you look at the Swarm on the standings, technically in third place right now, about 2 games up their sleeve. I think they'd be looking to take 6 points away from this weekend, and if they didn't, they'd be probably disappointed with the weekend.
And that is the case. The Swarm down here to try to get into first place, but the Red Devils have a lot to sort of figure out here, and they've got some new players out on the ice. I think number 77.
77 Byford's making his debut today. Young player coming up and through, so again testing out some new talent coming through, and there's still got quite a few other young guys in the squad as well this year, so again, every game adds a little bit more experience to them.
And it's a good time to get it right now and get it through the middle part of the season.
Yeah, if we talk about experience, though, you go to the Swarm side of the roster, I think there's at least 4 of them that are 200-plus games in the NZIHL.
And several Ice Blacks as well.
5 Ice Blacks recently played down there in Dunedin in the tournament. So, yeah, you look at things on paper, it's probably leaning towards the Swarm. However, anything can happen on game day.
You don't play games on paper. No. That is how that goes. But, if anything's going to get going here, it's going to be the way that they've shaken up the lines here. It's going to be, for the Red Devils, as per normal, it'll be the Morris and Haas show. They'll be out on that first line with Noah Moncrief, which is a bit of a change. They're going to put Thomas down on the second line and kind of anchor that. The Swarm are going to go with Grace Harrison in net, and she has been solid all season. So we'll see how this breaks out. But we get going here with a face-off, and the Botany Swarm with the puck to start action here in the first period. Atwell up to Picazzi. Picazzi takes a shot, but it doesn't get to the front of the net, and a breakaway here. Haas has it. Haas trying to get it to Moncrief. No, Moncrief with a chance. And Harrison with the early save. And the Red Devils with a good counterattack there. Now the Swarm look to do the same. They come in, but they are offside. Marcus McDonald coming in just a touch early as that puck was held up at the blue line.
Oh, great opportunity there for the Red Devils in the first 30 seconds of the game there, but Grace Harrison stood up to it there with Noah Moncrief trying to just put a deke on there and tuck it in, but Grace says no.
Harry Lowe with a face-off win at the dot as that never really enters the zone, but now Carroll knocking it in. That is, I didn't have that one. It's Carroll on 22 there.
Correct.
Not on the original roster there. So Andre Kozak with it at the moment. He gets it taken away. And Mason Reese coming out of the zone looking for help. Instead, dump and chase. But instead, that goes right to Grace Harrison. And she gloves it and stops play. Probably a small victory for the Red Devils to get the offensive faceoff.
Yeah, Carroll, I believe, is one of their import players, has played the last 2 games, but recently arrived after the international break, and Percosi, also number 3, appears to be a recent arrival here for the Swarm.
Yeah, I had him at 26. That's why the confusion. But yeah, he's an American. He's originally from Pennsylvania. He's a Philly kid. Played his high school hockey in Lake Placid, New York. Those of you that are Olympic trivia buffs will know that that was where the miracle happened. And now he's got the puck. He jumps in the zone. Kozak with it now with a spinning slow pass. Delmato couldn't hold on to it, but they keep it in the zone for the moment. And now it clears. Kozak surveying his options, gives it up to Bull. Bull's going to have it and takes it in the zone. Wrist shot in on Harrison. Grace Harrison's not going to do anything with that. And Kyle March with a hi, how you doing? Kyle's put some hair on. Last I saw him, he didn't have quite the locks there. So he's
going for style points, I think.
He's definitely winning some style there. Face-off won by the Devils. Moncrief with a shot. Or did I have that number wrong? No, that was George Hopkins with a shot at the point. Boy, wouldn't that be nice to get him a goal? We could lose 20-1, but if Hopkins gets that goal, I think we'd still have a party, right?
Indeed, there would be. Probably for weeks.
Probably for weeks. That goes back out of the zone, and Koptev not able to hold on to it, stolen away. And the Red Devils playing this one pretty fiercely. Kaluzny in that half board, getting it to the corner, which half a chance as it goes out to the slot, but the Swarm knock it away. Kaluzny sending it backwards. Hopkinson collects, and the Swarm set up their offense. Morris on the forecheck, just kind of hanging back, making sure that Bueller doesn't break out quickly. And here come the Swarm. Again with a too high forecheck on that in the zone. And Peg with a small disruption. And they choose to go up the left side. They come all the way through. Chance, that goes over the bar. And it is Picazzi with the chance again, the other import. Morris getting hit hard, shoulder check where he was not expecting it. Michael Atwell absolutely leveling him. And that was just, he never saw him coming.
No. Pikodsky was looking quite strong on his feet as well over there, and when he was breaking on the blue line, shrugged off the body.
And that's taken away at the blue line. Meisternock skating and holding. As a couple of changes come in, he holds on to that puck and still dumps it in. Good play there as it goes into the corner. Low with it down low. Goes out to Luke Tappan. Reese almost gets it back, and it comes back to Low. Low crosses the ice. Meisternock holds and circles it around. Joel Keocope throwing it backwards. Meisternock getting it. Extended offensive time here. Keocope's going to get to that in the corner first. Pays the price, goes around to Reese. Reese trying to put it in the crease. And that goes back to Low. Low, high shot, goes over the goal. Meisternock collects on the other half board. Sends it back to the point. Luke Tappan with it. Keeps it in, sends it back around. Goes all the way to Keocope. Still Low. And now the Swarm finally have it. An extended chance there for the Red Devils.
Great
Good play.
forecheck pressure. I'm going to call them the short line. None of them, I don't believe, are over 6 foot, at least on that forward line.
Stretch pass up to Kozak. Knocked forward, goes to the back line. I think that's Dalmato with it. And that doesn't go too far. Noah Moncrief with it. He's going to gain the zone. High angle shot comes out on the curve, and Logan Willis is going to have to collect it and go behind Tim Carey's net. Carey not having a whole lot of action yet. Good to see him back in net. Over to Haast. Fabian Haast holding on to it, passes, shot, and a deflection in front, and the Red Devils are here to play. I don't think anybody told them how good Botany is. I think they've just decided that they don't want to deal with this, that kind of a 2-game losing streak that they had against them.
Maybe those 14 days has helped them in between the two.
March playing it away from Thomas Moncrief, Pang throwing it back, and the Swarm trying to hold on to the puck. That just goes too long. And there's Brown. I didn't even see Brown on the starting sheet. Good to see him out there. He wasn't dressed 30 minutes ago, so he decided to play. That's good.
Flight from Wellington might have been coming late.
Could have been, but he's here now, so that's a good sign for the Devils. Going through neutral ice, the Swarm gain the zone. Give it to Pang. Low shot, sticked away by Carey. Pake's going to get there first. He stabs at it, but doesn't really get control. And that gives it back to Pang. Low shot, that missed the net. May have been deflected on the way in. Now Pake's going to get it and give it to Bull. And that is crunched just inside the blue line, and it goes out of play for stoppage.
Yeah, I think Red was just bringing enough energy here at the start. I think they probably lacked that in some of the other games. But yeah, putting the pressure on the Swarm, causing them, again, the short line, as I'm dubbing them, keeping maybe a good 30, 40 seconds of offensive zone pressure. And a couple of chances. Grace is starting to be tested. It's good.
She was tested, absolutely. And now a rare sight, a huddle of zebras over on the far side. They're having a discussion about something. It's not a penalty, so I can't dig in on the audio there, but they are having a long conversation. We'll see if anything comes of it. We're gonna.
There might be a penalty coming up here, Matt.
It's a discussion for sure. One of the linesmen's come over to the Botany Swarm side of things. Meister not going out. Yeah, I think you may be onto something. Maybe putting PP1 out there.
The gate over at the penalty box is open.
It is open.
And there's two minutes up on the score clock against the Swarm.
It is on the board, so we'll see if we've got any of. I don't know if he has audio. Yeah, I'm not sure that the referee is mic'd up on this one, unfortunately, but it'll be Atwell serving.
Onto the power play then for the Red Devils.
Did you catch that?
I believe it was Botany, and now it's gone 5 minutes on the clock. So again, if it was missed by the referees, linesmen can't report major penalties to the referees. So maybe we've had a case of that.
It'd have to, because I can't see any other way. Morris with a shot and goal! How about that?
There we go.
That's a major penalty. That's not coming off the board.
No, it's not. 11 seconds into the power play here. Remy Morris shot from the high point area, beating Harrison. I believe it was maybe low blocker side. But yeah, that's 11 seconds of the 5 minute. Oh no, we've just had the referee wash that off. Again, don't have a reason for that, but they look like to be sitting on face-off outside the blue line. So
let's take a look here.
Inside the crease potentially for.
I don't know what that would be called there. No idea. It looks like a good goal from here. So anyway,
playing on.
Yeah, I'm honestly not sure. The goal was on the board. Now it's not on the board. And we continue on. I am baffled. Tap in out to the blue line. Morris with another low shot. Another backhanded wrister for Bull. And back to Morris. Thanks for that. Good quality control here today. This is good. Thank you, Dan. Back to tap in. He goes cross ice to Haas. A little too low on that. And Haas tries to keep it in. Morris does at the point. And then that's up back to Tappan, and then a loose pass there, and Morris has to reset. So the major penalty is still up there. 0-0 the score. Over to March. He's got a shot, and that shorthanded opportunity on the transition. Good steal there from March. The Red Devils get away with that one, and now they try their turn as they go in the zone. Haas again holds on to it, sends it back to Morris, to Willis. Willis with a long shot and a goal. That one's going to count. Nobody's taking that one off the boards.
Let's not count it too soon. Let's wait until we get the center right space off here, Matt. But yeah, lovely play. Remy Morris across to Willis. Takes a second to calm it down and then picks a spot and beats Harrison.
Yeah, he really did. He was good about just staying very calm and collected as far as the choice there for shot.
That'll add to their power play percentage a little bit here. The Red Devils, prior to this game, tracking at 14%. So,
and we're back to live action here. The major penalty continues. Like you said, if it was a 5-minute boarding, and I don't have confirmation of that yet, but that's the only thing that makes sense. That apparently didn't come out of the zone. Swarm with it still. Sandoy out high. Takes the shot, goes over Tim Carey. Hits the glass, stays in. Hopkinson with it. and then he loses it. Noah Moncrief sending it to his brother Thomas. Thomas holding it, goes into the corner. And that's going to go out of the zone.
Rough bounce off the gate boards over there and out of the zone.
Yeah, I'm expecting a lot of tough bounces today. Another warm one, 17 degrees here in Christchurch. Hard to believe winter starts tomorrow. But here we are nonetheless. Got to chase that one down. The Red Devils get reset with this major penalty, major power play. Bulls got it. Gives it back to Haast. Haast staying out there for a while. It's going to need to in order to kind of quarterback this power play. It's Haast's specialty is possession. There's Simon with it now.
4-on-1 or 1-on-4.
High and out, and that goes over the crossbar again. Apparently the Swarm book on carry is shoot high, shoot often, and so far they haven't done anything other than go over the crossbar.
Yeah, the risk when you try and pick the extreme corners is that you've got room to miss it the outside of the net, and out of play on that one.
Yeah, and the glass is low here, so it's going to go out. Red Devils with the puck. Tapping eyes up, looking for an outlet, leaves it behind instead, goes back to Morris, he kicks it in. Following up the left side, Simon hassles him, goes back to Haast. Bull to Tapin, leaving it around halfway to Haast. Haast looking for a chance, passes out to the point, out to Tapin, on the tape, but he was turned around. Haast again. Another backwards pass. Morris with a spin around and a chance as that deflection came out from Harrison, but the puck was just a bit unkind in the direction. And now the Swarm with it. Dalmato with a nice play to knock that down. Carroll with it. And
out of play.
That is just out of play as it was Carey getting there, kind of putting the stick out just a little bit.
Yeah, Haas with a rebound popping his way. Unfortunately, left-handed stick had to go to his back, went to his backhand there and couldn't put it home. But yeah,
just couldn't pull the trigger in time is really what it seemed like. It was there for the taking, but it just didn't quite work out.
Right-handed player could have been a different story.
Hopkinson losing that face-off for the Swarm, and 1:15 to go on this major penalty as the Red Devils look to get another one on the board and up the lead. Brown up the left side, looking for a pass, doesn't take it yet, and goes out to the right side. Meisternock spinning it backwards. He got some work last week with the Mako. And turned over to the Swarm. They're going to bring it out. March coming up the right. Gaines holds to Hopkinson. He throws it around. March behind the net. Carey looking for it. Triple teamed. And now Moncrief getting it pulled away from him for a moment. And he maintains possession. He's going up the left side. He's got help from his brother. Chance there. And a goal. Noah Moncrief with the goal.
Lovely composure by Noah Moncrief. The pass came through pretty hot. Managed to, I think he stopped it with his foot, to be honest, and then got it to the stick and put it home.
That's exactly what it was. A good stop there on the skate. No kick in. He got it back to his stick blade and knocked it in. 2-0 the score. And the Red Devils are playing a hockey game I did not expect to see.
Well, if we rewind back a couple of weeks ago, the Sunday game, though, they did get a 2-goal lead early on, and the final score was not in their favour. So there's positive signs here from them, but there's still 50 minutes of a game to be played.
It's a very good point. Simon with it as he gains the zone, takes his shot, glove save by Carey. That one looked like it was headed for the post, but he decides to glove it down and get a quick stop. 23 seconds to go on the man advantage for the Red Devils here. It is a major boarding call. Atwell still sits in the bench, or in the penalty box. Face off taken by the Devils. Haast still out there. I
think he's had some water.
He's had some really good water is what he's had. Tapping coming in. He's had just as much time. He's looking for a pass. To Bull. Bull goes behind the net. Goes out to Morris. Morris stops it with a skate, but he loses it. And Marcus McDonald pays the price as he gets the puck for the Swarm. And that goes in front. Atwell coming out of the box. Nearly got a chance. but he was a little too quick through the slot and couldn't hold on to it, and now the Red Devils have it back. They look to clear the zone.
Yeah, Hayden Bull back check there to break up that attacking chance of the Swarm.
Now Lowe goes in the left side, holds on to it. He gets smashed, absolutely taken apart by Simon, but he gets right back up. Puck stays in. Low chance, and Lowe's almost there to knock it in. He's a little bit slow in how he's pacing around. Might have been a little shaken up by that hit, but he's still out there. That pass goes behind to Hopkins. He loses an edge, and now he pays the price into the Zamboni board, and the puck goes to Atwell. He gets it stolen away. Morris keeps it in the zone. Lowe going back in, trying to chase that down on a forecheck. He'll cope there now, and he knocks it off from Simon, but the Swarm have it, and they are playing physically. It is Podroksky throws it across and goes into the corner, and there's another, looked like a high stick maybe, but some sort of a something high up there for, is that Dalmato?
Dalmato,
yeah. He's a little slow, but he's staying out on the ice. Up to Carroll. Carroll's got it. Carroll comes in on side, leaves it for Kozak. That was out high. March still has it. He's taken down. That's going to be a penalty. And it'll be Hopkins going for holding here. 2 minutes on him as he grabbed a hold of March. And I think that was probably, it was a decision. I'm not sure if it was a good or bad one, but
yeah, probably a little bit unnecessary to take that one. It wasn't in an immediate scoring position, but maybe it was getting away from him. But yeah, so the Red Devils going to go now on the penalty kill, and the Swarm bringing out their power play for 7 minutes to go here in the first period.
2-0 the score. Carroll to take that when he gets the face-off win. Back to Simon at the point, passes it forward into the corner now. Cycles back out. Simon picks his eyes up, and it goes out to neutral. They have to reset. Up to Kozak. Kozak comes in looking for the pass up to Dalmato. Instead, it's a shot. Carey doesn't hold on to it, but gets sent the length of the ice to Harrison as the Swarm have to reset. They go for the long stretch pass. Knocked off a bit, but Carroll with it. He passes in front to Kozak, but Kozak just can't knock it down. Another doorstep chance for the Swarm. The pucks just haven't bounced for them yet.
No, it hasn't. That was a threatening chance there. Willis did good to step up to take the body, but Swarm with the players coming through, still ready to aim the puck.
Carroll off the right side, good move, leaves it behind for Simon, hits the side boards. And Kozak circling. Kozak, a longtime Swarm player. He sends it over to Dalmato, another long-timer, and that goes high and right. Another chance. Carroll with a shot off the side of the net. They continue with it. Carroll takes another rip, goes off the plexiglass, and that's going to go out. Dalmato's got to chase this one down. 45 seconds to go on the power play. He's going to come back in onside. Looks up, goes towards the middle, takes the shot and goes past Carey and scores a goal.
Yeah, inside the blocker there. Good move by Dalmato again. Probably one of the most threatening players for the Swarm. He was the top point scorer last year, and he's off to a good start this season as well. Already 14 points through 6 games. So Dalmato taking the opportunity there and beating Carey.
And that's the price of that penalty from Hopkins. It's a better chance for the Swarm than they would have otherwise had. And we're 2-1. This is a little deja vu, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So Red Devils need to at least hold it down here for the rest of the period. They'll be happy to take it into the intermission with the lead. So just over 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, do they continue with the accelerator to the floor, or do they try to take this, just get the 1-goal lead? That's going to be a question here.
You got to keep playing positive attacking hockey. Now here goes Harry Lowe.
Well, if Harry Lowe has anything to do with it, he's going to keep going north-south. There's no question about that. Out to the point, long shot, that's coming right back. Meisternock can't get anything past the shins of the defense there. Yeah. And Marcus McDonald in a bad way over on the bench there. That'll be an interesting thing. And a stop in play. There is a high stick being called.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a penalty for number
Fuller.
85, Fuller, yes. So high stick it is. and it'll be 2 minutes with about 5 minutes to go here. And that's another man advantage. The Botany Swarm, they're really they're struggling right now to stay out of the penalty box.
Indeed, and yeah, 2 goals already for the Red Devils power play. Let's see if they can add a third to it.
Well, here's where we see where that positive play comes through. Morris with it on the half board on the side, picks the puck off the snow, spins around, leaves it for Bull, but he was in the wrong spot. Morris chops that one down. Good play by him. Very good possession. Tap in, resetting, leaving it behind, and it'll be Morris to set this one up.
Stephen Fuller for High Sticking.
Morris up the left side, brings it in, hits the brakes, back to Tappan. Tappan can't keep it in the zone, and he's going to have to reset. He sends it back to Haast, and 1:20 to go. The first 40 seconds by the bye here, and Tappan getting that set up to Haast. Haast is going to come on the right side. Through the legs, takes a chance, holds on to it, goes behind the net, flips it out to the slot, but nobody home. And the Swarm clear and go for a change.
Yeah, nifty move there from Haast, and then I think came around the net, and yeah, there just wasn't a player there, but tried to put it back into the middle foot.
Morris with it now. He's going to bring it in and looks for Brown. And holds on to it. Brown skating with him the whole time, just looking for an outlet. Then he gets it taken away. Good hit there on the glass. Brown holds it in, knocks it straight down with his hand. Looks for a pass. Goes all the way to the half short point there. Shot to go.
Nice shot pass there.
Let's see if that was redirected at all.
I believe that was Fabian Haas shot it straight to Noah Moncrief's stick and taps it home. But sort of backdoor, yeah, right there.
There it is. Yes, absolutely. So Mr. Moncrief going behind the, picking that one up. 3-1.
3-1, 3 power play goals as well. A very good start here for the special teams. Well, actually all goals have been power play.
All the goals have been power plays. And the interesting thing about that is that they've been having the hardest time the first 6 games scoring on the power play. And now it's coming right. The statistics falling back in their favor. The Red Devils up 3-1. Harrison with the puck. She sends it behind. And Moncrief with the forecheck, making all sorts of mess back behind the net. He gets it again. A chance in front. Pake trying to get a shot off. He kind of stumbled in front and couldn't get everything on it. But another dangerous chance for the Red Devils in front. Good hit there by Willis, but the puck goes away. Atwell gets his shot taken off by Sean Brown, goes out of play, and we get a stoppage.
So through the first 6 games of this season, the Botany Swarm were running an 89% penalty kill rate.
And that's now ruined.
That has come back considerably, but yes.
Yeah, that's come back down to earth. The Swarm is having a really tough time here in Christchurch today. They're down 2 goals, and they're having a really hard time getting their footing here. The Red Devils doing everything right so far, outside of the one penalty that they've taken that gave up the 1 goal. Sandoy with it now at the blue line. He's going to take a high shot. Ping did it right off. That beat Carey, but not the pipe. Goes out of play. And that's going to be a face-off in the offensive zone.
I think Sandoy was hearing the praise you were giving the Red Devils, and he almost dialed it into the top corner. But, yeah, outside of the post and up out of play.
I think we need to paint the goals there. It's not even red anymore. It's been hit so hard. Another shot there. Carroll not on target. I think that was Thuler that got spun around, and he loses it there. And there's Reese. 3-on-3 if he hurries. Dump and chase. Keo Cope's going to get there. Plays his marker off, but that puck bounces out to neutral, and a bouncy one's going to go for Kozak if he gets to it quickly. Sliding defense there. Reese gets back, and that goes back out to neutral. Great effort by the Red Devils. They get away with one on that counterattack as Kozak just couldn't settle the puck. And now they're going to try it again. Tapping's going to get this. He flips it out to Haas. Haas
interference.
Is 100% leveled by Hay. And he is, wow, that, I do not believe that he saw that ever.
No, puck went past him, didn't touch it, and yeah, Andy Hayes stepped up and made the hit. So
yeah, there it is. So And to Hayes' credit, I don't think that was trying to be dirty in any way. He was trying to play, but he hit him very high in that case. And that is a 2-minute penalty there.
He just didn't even play the puck, so he wasn't the puck carrier, and he took the body out. So.
Yeah, it looked like he might play it. He made the assumption, and you know what happens when you assume. So 2 minutes for the Red Devils again. Out to Tappan. Low shot, that's just left, looking for a deflection. Comes back to the half boards. Haas to Morris. Morris careful with it. Swarm playing kind of a high diamond here. A little unorganized, just Simon down low trying to keep everybody off Harrison's doorstep. Haas with a good chance there. And Bull can't pull the trigger. It's going to go out. And 1:41 to go in the first period. It's going to close out pretty much on the penalty here if nothing happens. And the Swarm take it over. Hopkinson with a long shot, glove down. Haas is going to hold on to it and leave it behind. And the Red Devils look to see what they can do at the end of the first period here. That goes back out to neutral. They reset. Morris circles back. Dalmato and Hopkinson high on the forecheck. Go for a change. Carroll's back out. Morris with it. Morris with a pass through. That doesn't stick around much. It's Tappan's going to pick it up. Morris gets it back. 45 seconds to go on this power play. Carroll trying to push Morris into the boards there. And Lowe has it. Lowe knocking it in. That's onside for the Red Devils. Morris giving it back to Haast. He holds it in. Back to Morris. And that gets flipped back out. Swarm with a good penalty kill here. This is the more of the 89% we were used to.
Yeah,
Long one going up to Bull. Bull's got it. Out to Haast. He can't hold on to it at the point. Dalmato avoiding Willis, but it gives Carroll a chance, and he scores! Logan Willis jumping up. Carroll jumps the puck. He gets it, and a shorthanded goal for the Swarm.
Yeah, Carroll making the most of that one there. Willis stepping in for the puck, but yeah, unfortunately no one behind him there as the last man on the power play, and Carroll getting from halfway, I believe, a breakaway in.
And that's going to make it 3-2. Exactly what we were talking about. They weren't trying to be aggressive, but that was one where they're just one step too aggressive, and they get burned by it.
Yeah, it's the risk of the power play. Sometimes you get too offensive-minded and lapse for the power kill.
Yeah, the power kill. Exactly. Some equipment issues here. So Moncrief staying off. And we start with 4 seconds left on the power play for the Red Devils. That will even out now as the Swarm get Hay back out on the ice. Long shot in, right on the A of the Swarm, and that's going to end the first period. That is, Dan, that was not what I was expecting to see at all.
No, yeah, it was probably if you looked at the 2 weekends ago and how those games were played, yeah, you might have been expecting a different score, but it was very positive to see the Red Devils coming out with some energy, some good forechecking, but also the power play firing today. I think that's 3 out of 4. They didn't quite get one. Well, they gave one up there on the last power play, but yeah, 75% on the power. Well, actually, there was a major penalty in there, so that throws the stats out a little bit. So I'm not going to do that one on the fly, but you know, scoring 3 goals on the power play, I think Coach Purville would take that any day. Any day, any time.
And you could also come back and we still don't really know why the first goal was taken off for the major too. So I mean, we'll have to dig into that. Maybe I'll find that out for tomorrow's broadcast. We'll see. But yeah, all of that craziness, and it's a 1-goal lead for the Red Devils, which is great for them. But they really had the potential to. They could have broken this one wide open right at the end there. So anyway, any other thoughts about that craziness that you saw?
No, not necessarily crazy. There's some good hockey in there. I think it's just that piece that it's great getting the lead, but the lead's not certain until that final buzzer goes. So, yeah, 1-goal lead going into the first period. Again, I think the team would have taken that
Any day
at the end of the first, but yeah, still 40 minutes to go in this one.
All right, so we will join you here in about, well, it'll be about 6 or 7 minutes after the Zamboni runs. We'll bring the under 12s, and we'll see you here for some more action about 12 minutes with the Red Devils and Botany Swarm. The Red Devils up 3-2 in what might be the biggest potential upset of the season in 2025. We'll see. So come on back, and we'll bring you that action. See you soon.
Red Devils Hockey is brought to you by Bushnell Builders Limited. Trust Bushnell Builders for over 40 years of excellence in commercial and residential construction across Christchurch and Canterbury. Quality, experience, and dedication in every project. Bushnell.co.nz. Reform Radiology, exceptional imaging and treatment services for the community. Local team, expert care. Reformradiology.co.nz. The Alpine Ice Sports and Entertainment Center. Fun, physical entertainment for the whole family. alpineice.co.nz. Sounders Robinson and Brown is a Canterbury law firm offering legal advice in commercial law, property, trusts and estates, dispute resolution, family and relationship property. Talk to the team at SRB for legal solutions tailored for your success. srblaw.co.nz. And by Futaporo Accountants. Not your average accountants. Futaporo take the hassle out of taxes and let you focus on what you do best. Futaporo.co.nz.
No mai, here mai. Welcome back, everybody. It's the under-12s. As we have a 3-2 lead for the Red Devils. Tell you a little bit more about this while we're at the intermission break. Today we have players from the Canterbury Ice... Oh, nice goal. We have players from the Canterbury Ice Hockey Association's Under-12 Super League competing during this intermission with the captains in the blue jerseys and the Panthers in the black jerseys. And if you have a child that might be interested in giving hockey a try, Canterbury Ice Hockey Association has a Learn to Play program that offers a free trial session, gear included, for children interested in giving it a go. To learn more, just Google Canterbury Ice Hockey Association and or visit the website, which is ciha.org.nz, to arrange a free session. We will leave it here and be back with you in just a couple of minutes to come back to the start of the second period here in Christchurch. The Red Devils up 3-2.
Red Devils Hockey is brought to you by Bushnell Builders Limited. Trust Bushnell Builders for over 40 years of excellence in commercial and residential construction across Christchurch and Canterbury. Quality, experience, and dedication in every project. bushnell.co.nz. Reform Radiology, exceptional imaging and treatment services for the community. Local team, expert care. reformradiology.co.nz. The Alpine Ice Sports and Entertainment Center, fun physical entertainment for the whole family. alpineice.co.nz. Saunders Robinson and Brown is a Canterbury law firm offering legal advice in commercial law, property, trusts and estates, dispute resolution, family and relationship property. Talk to the team at SRB for legal solutions tailored for your success. srblaw.co.nz. And by Futaporo Accountants. Not your average accountants, Futaporo take the hassle out of taxes and let you focus on what you do best. Futaporo.co.nz.
Welcome back, everybody. It's about to be the second period. The Red Devils on the ice with a 3-2 lead. Dan, it's been an interesting one.
A positive one.
A very positive one, yeah. Chance right in front for the Swarm right off the bat. That was Pagazdi. I will get that name. Pagazdi. We'll go with that, Pagazdi. The Red Devils kind of jumping out after it this first period. 3-2 the lead. Yeah, actually we can switch scoreboards, can't we? We've got both of them up there, so we can take that one off. And we are back at it here with, look at what's tapping, knocking that out. Morris trying to chase that down. Morris has got a chance. Morris takes the shot, misses left on the fresh ice. He leaves the puck behind. The Swarm have it, and then he gets it back. Morris with it. This is 5-on-5 hockey. Morris into the corner. Goes around past Haast. Haast and Tappan try to keep it in, but now the Swarm have it. Pekosdi with it, bringing it in. Meisternock knocking it off his stick. And that gets flipped back out to neutral. Haast with it. Haast is going to hold on to it, skates the other direction, gains the zone, leaves it behind for Moncrief. Moncrief with a shot, chance in front. Morris can't knock it home. Harrison was off the line, and they couldn't get it back. Morris hitting the deck there, and another hit. Moncrief going in, and the arm stays down for both of those hits.
Yeah, I think Moncrief there, chance to trying to bank it in off Morris, I think was what he was going for, but might not got all of it there, and yeah, half a chance I'd call it.
Half a chance, but just like the other half a chance that went the other way. And this has been an even game between the what is pretty much one of the top teams in the league and the one team that doesn't have a win yet, the Red Devils. They have been playing nose to nose, and no one's backed down yet. A lot of good special teams play so far for the Red Devils. They've scored 3 on the power play. And now that's Brown with it. Brown with a long outlet. Knocked forward by Keokuk. Reese is going to get there first. Back to Joel over there on the side. He gets it in the corner. Everybody falling down. The Swarm have it. Looking to exit, but they hold up. Keokuk on the forecheck. Good pass up to Dalmato. Dalmato circles back, waits for help. Gets to Wimmer. Wimmer with a low shot outside the pipe. Hits the board, comes back. Swarm with it still, goes across the ice. Dalmato leaving it out. Long shot. Carey with a good kick save there. Back to Wimmer at the point. Another shot, and Carroll trying to redirect that in front of Carey's net. Carroll had a good chance there, just couldn't put it on target. And an extended offense here as Kozak and the Swarm hold on to it. Kozak gets it back. He's looking for somebody up top. Leaves it high. Shot that goes high and right. It was March with the shot from the point. He's looking to get it back, but it stays in the corner. Hay asking for it as well, but Kozak holds. Carey with it. Carey knocking it away. Carey with a save. 2 chances there. He gets the pad on it and then gloves it for a stop.
Yeah, Timo Howe. Again, Red Devils being quite passive there in the defensive zone, not putting too much pressure on the Swarm when they got the puck, and giving the Swarm the players time to take that extra second, have that extra look, and either make a better pass or a better shot.
Maybe that's an adjustment between periods, that they were being too aggressive the other way, but either way, I think they've got to dial it somewhere in between. That puck going back out to Hay on the point. Near side, he leaves it into the corner. And that's behind to Kaluzny. He gives it up to Pang, though, and that's knocked around. Moncrief gets it and gets it out to the neutral zone. Pate can't hold on to it. Sent back in, and that'll go for icing as Hay threw it from the near their own blue line, and they get a stop. It's going to go to the other side.
We talked experience earlier this year, earlier in this game. Andy Hay is, I believe, at the moment tied for the most games played in the league at 282.
It's a ridiculous number, and he's still got a lot of physicality to throw around. He took that penalty earlier. Good. Moncrief with a shot that's deflected over Harrison, goes out of play. He really had that high hit on Morris trying to impose himself, and it ended up costing them dearly. That's the difference in the game right now. Face-off won by the Swarm, but it's kind of just knocked around, doesn't get out. Hopkins trying to hold it in, he does, but it's turned over to the Swarm. They get it out. Koptev tipping it away. Hopkins to Hopkinson. Hopkinson on the offense here. That goes through the crease. There's going to be a penalty. Moncrief was holding. Thieler's got it. They're 6-on-5 at the moment. That gets knocked around, and that's going to be given up for a stop in play. But it'll be Moncrief going off for either a hold, a hook, or something funny. And
2 minutes hooking, I believe, is what we're going to see the signal. But yeah,
indeed.
Hopkinson got around him, and yeah, in a bad spot. Once a player gets around you, the chance of committing a penalty is quite high.
And that is exactly what happened. Carroll's going to take this face-off as the Swarm look to even this one up on the power play. Wimmer with it. Wimmer getting some more ice time this second period. He didn't play a lot in the first, strangely. And he's going to get the puck again and come up the blue line. Looking for a pass that's deflected away. The Red Devils kind of in an extended zone here. And now Tappan trying to get some physicality down low. The cycle from the half board, shot. And that's tipped away by Morris. Morris is going to get it out to neutral. He's kind of chasing. He was hoping for a breakaway there. Same with Haast. Haast is going to get it again, but now they come back in. Dalmateau with it. Dalmateau with a chance as he drags through. And I think Carey's gotten away with one there.
I believe net's come off. But
net's come off, so no changes for the Red Devils here. That's why they're holding the gate. I mean, it almost looked like a trip. I can't quite say that it was, but then the net came off, so it may have been the pipe that tripped him. We'll see. But no call there.
As long as we don't have a replay on that one, Matt, you won't see the stick,
I didn't see a thing.
Stick tripping up Dalmateau.
Maybe by tomorrow we'll have something, but not at the moment. And that puck comes right out with Haast hustling through and gains the zone. He turns it around. Atwell's got it. He's going to come back 2-on-2 as the overcommit goes for the Red Devils, but it stays only as far as the half boards, and that puck goes back out. Well handled with under a minute to go for the Swarm. Marcus McDonald can't hold Morris off. Morris is going to get a hold of the puck. He sends it right off the plexiglass, goes behind the net, and now the Swarm look to get that set up. Meisternock lets that one go. Keocope sends it back in. It's Pagazdi, and he's got it again. Takes a shot, and that's a goal. That was quick.
No goal light going on there, and referee is...
Yeah, the light did just pop on there, but that everybody's acting like it's a goal, so I guess it is.
I haven't seen the referee point at the net yet, so just like we had a goal earlier and then it got waved off, we probably should wait until we see what the referee signals.
Well, here's the replay on it. You know, if we take a second look at that, they are looking at this. Let me zoom this in for ourselves here. We just want to see where this came off from the pipe. That didn't go in.
Ref's chatting to the goal judge. Yeah. And I think they've come to it. Players are going down the other end there. No goal's been called.
There it is.
I don't think the goal was ever called, Matt. No, we didn't see a referee signal towards the goal.
Well, I think everybody assumed, and that happens. And they have to clear up the...
they sent the penalty. The player that had the penalty had already come out of the box. So, yeah, a bit of admin here to get us back underway as we
Yeah, that was as close as it gets. But, I mean, I've never really seen that many people assume it's a goal, including on that side, on the defensive side. And then it ends up not being one without a full-on replay. Very interesting. But we continue on the power play for the Swarm. 3-2 the score. 31 seconds to go. And the Red Devils down. That's down a man at the moment. Haas is going to let that go by as the puck goes the length of the ice. And the Swarm get reset. I'm really shocked, although at the same time, Thomas Moncrief, I saw him put himself in the penalty. Ooh, that looked offside. He put himself in the penalty box once, and it wasn't even on him. So, the Admirals game the other weekend. That one clears the length of the ice. Harrison looked at it, didn't play it as Lowe was on the high forecheck here, and that ends the power play. Big hit there, Reese piling into Simon, but Simon's standing him up. I think Reese was really looking for one there, but Simon was ready for it.
Indeed. Good, solid collision.
And that puck's going to go the length of the ice. That will be an icing, assuming that, nope, Keokuk gets there first. They have to play it. Swarm with the puck. They're going to come in 3-on-2 here. Chance that goes behind the net. And they play it north to south, both sides. Quite a bit. March with it at the moment. March trying to tap it around to the crease, but he can't get it through. March with it again. That's 4 chances he's tried to get it back in front. He just can't do it. And now it's pinned up against the boards. The Red Devils are going to get it. And that is Lowe looking north-south again. Long pass. He's going to get that connected. Takes a chance and a goal.
Lovely break there by Sean Brown, flying out of the zone. Harry pass, flutters one through, and Sean Brown with a lovely deke there to put it past Harrison and take the 2-goal lead now at 4-2.
What a move by Brown. Put Harrison behind.
He went with a wee head fake there as well and everything.
Outstanding is the Red Devils double it up.
I was about to make the comment, the Red Devils haven't had much O-zone pressure so far this period, but there you go. You don't need much time in the defensive zone to score goals.
No, and that pass, that outlet pass was perfect as well. The assist, it might be a single assist on that one, and it would be worth it. I'd give that one a 2-point assist if I could. The Red Devils with it again. It's Pate coming up 1-on-2. He's going to just gain the zone, dump and chase, and rightfully so. The crowd's excited, and they should be here. They are taking it to the Swarm for the moment. And the Red Devils, boy, they are just definitely benefiting from this week off. Whatever they were doing on the film study, they have figured something out, because after a 10-0 and 10-4 loss 2 weeks ago, turnover, Moncrief with it, takes the shot off the pipe. That was a close one.
I feel like they need more than film study to turn around this performance here, Matt. But yeah, no, positive signs here so far.
Yeah, bottle it and keep it. This one's a good one. Hopkins not able to hold it at the point. It'll be Kaluzny going back. He sends it around to Hopkins, to Haast. They're confused a bit, but Haast has it. He sends it the other side of the ice. Up to Moncrief. That goes out of play. Let me see if I've got this one here. Let's see if this one goes off the post.
Inside post behind Harrison, I'm calling.
Yep, there it is. Boy, what a good one. Moncrief almost scoring. You were saying as far as the goal scorers.
Oh yeah, we had our first New Zealand-born goal scorer for the Red Devils this season in the first period with Logan Willis, putting it home on the power play.
Wimmer not getting rid of that puck. Haast getting it just as far as Meisternock. When Meisternock turning it backwards, Tappan's going to go. He's got Marcus McDonald on him. McDonald, a late call-up for the Ice Blacks for the tournament. He had a pretty good one, too. Morris with it now. Morris gaining the zone up the left side. Got 3 players out on that side. He loses the puck, but it's not going to go out. Tappan with a low shot. That's deflected. And the Swarm have it. Slowly out of the zone, they wheel it in, and a bouncer in front of Carey. Tappan holds on to it, and they get it back out. A little bit of a moment there, and that comes in. That's onside. Goes over to Kozak. He holds up, and that's turned over. Morris, 2-on-2. He's got a chance here. He holds up a little bit. Kozak annoys him enough, and there's going to be a 2-on-2 chance for the Swarm. Brown getting back out on the change. A chance, Carey with a kick save. And Brown coming back out. Long pass again. That does get there to Keokuk, but he can't stick it down. He's behind Harrison's net. Harrison stretched out, trying to get it in front. Shot low with it, doesn't get through. Swarm with it, looking for that outlet pass to Carroll. Doesn't happen. Brown has it, gives it back to Reese. Reese has it deep, looking and gets it to Keokuk, but that doesn't connect. That goes back out. Dalmato with it one-on-one, and the pace of this game is frenetic. Shot, and Dalmato hits the logo. Carey gloves it, and we get a stop.
And we're going from one chance at one end to a chance at the other end. Is sort of everyone gets the attacking rush, then there's a turnover, and the defensive mindset, the transition back to defense is a bit slower, and then the other team has the chance back, and it's fun to watch, but
it's
stressful if you're probably on the coaching bench.
Yeah, a lot of stress going on there. That makes you lose your hair. Both teams getting man advantage chances on the breakaway. Not tight hockey. It's loose, and that's Pang taking a shot that never got through, deflected, and goes out of play. The pace of this game, it appears that both teams are susceptible to the long pass through the neutral zone, and they're both taking advantage of it, and that's a fast game.
Yeah, a number of odd man chances each way. Yeah.
Sandoy throwing it in from the blue line. That's sent back around. It goes as far as Sandoy, and he holds it in. Good play there by him. The Red Devils trying to dig it away. Hopkinson gets there first. Hopkinson into the corner. Bull knocks it backwards. Koptiv with it. And it'll be not quite out. Pake with it. Pake's going to have to chase this one down. He swings at it, now passes it. That goes through a few legs. Moncrief and Theuler with it. Theuler's got the possession. He holds up. Another high forecheck for the Red Devils here. A bit unusual to see how high up they are, but it is working so far, and Haast with it. Dug away. Swarm with it. Out to Theuler. Theuler on the half board. He's still got it. Keeps it in the zone. Tappan turns him around. Koptev lets it go. Bull has it. Bull sends it up to Tappan. Tappan gets it out. Or they're going to have to chase it down. Haast is chasing Simon, trying to skate that one down.
Changes here. 3-on-1.
Pekoski with it. Up to Atwell. Good save there by Carey. Good positional save. He moves across the crease. That goes as far as the blue line. And that's around to Wimmer again. Wimmer with a shot. Doesn't get through. Tappan sending it around the boards. And then it finally goes out to allow a little bit of relief. And the Red Devils going for a couple of changes. Moncrief goes back out. Reese out there again. Reese is going to play that. Reese kind of digging at it. That gets sent in by Atwell, but Carey's just going to leave it for Tappan. And the Red Devils need to get organized here off the bench. Like you were saying, some admin problems. Dima Meisternock leaving that one. And a shot. Pekoski not able to keep that one on target. That goes to Morris. Morris 2-on-4 here. Reese is coming up the other side with him. Morris with some good moves, but he does lose the puck. Keokuk with, well, it looked like he was trying to keep that, make a bit of a physical play there, and that puck went out of play.
Yeah, we probably just had one bad line change there from the Red Devils. Again, second period, you're on the far end of the bench. Gave the Swarm a 3-on-1 opportunity, but luckily there, Tim Carey holding strong.
Yeah, most of these odd man chances haven't been because of bad changes. They've just been super aggressive counterattacks. Shot held in by Willis. Willis cracks one, and it looks a bit like a 6-iron that he just got a flyer and gets over the glass.
Yeah, caught it clean, and it went
just over the glass, and that is going to bring that
inside the zone still. Doesn't matter as long as you shot it from inside the zone, the face-off will stay inside.
And they change their mind, one on the right side. Apparently that's where Hay asked for it. Lowe's going to take this one. He's there. He wins it. Pushes in, but it's March that gets the puck behind the net. Pays the price, and that puck stays in. Kozak trying to get a hold of it, but instead it stays in as Lowe knocks it around. Reese at the point, and that puck's still dangerous down low. Lowe with it. And that's going to be a penalty there. Not sure exactly what they're going to call, but high sticking, I think.
On Harry. Oh, wow.
On Harry. Okay, well, interesting. I don't know how he got his stick up, but
I think as the player was holding him, he must have high sticked him. But only one call there. But yeah, my money was on penalty against the Swarm there, but I'm not wearing stripes, so I don't know anything.
No, didn't get that one in time either. By the time I'd realized that was a penalty, it had gone by the buffer there at the end, so missed that one. But it'll be a power play for the Swarm, and it'll be Carroll to take this one. They went it out to Simon. Simon at the point, looks, surveys, takes the shot, goes in on Carey. Carey gloves it, holds it for a stop, minute 56 on the power play.
Swarm have scored goals already on their power play today, so they'll be looking to get another one. Top unit on for them.
And the clock was running on that one on the bug. It's a little bit behind there, so we'll give you the numbers as they come in. They play that behind. Wimmer goes out to Carroll on the half board, back low to the corner. They cycle on the blue line, goes back. Carroll with it. Carroll goes low, kicked into a position that Carey can put his blocker glove on and gets a stop. And it is a minute 31, so it's corrected now. So the minute 30 to go on this power play. The Swarm have kept it in for the first 30 seconds, but no real chances.
Yeah, not too threatening so far, but they're still keeping the top unit out there as Red Devils make a change.
Morris digs away at that one, but he loses that face-off. Simon's got it. Goes into that corner and goes around to the other side. Kozak with it at half boards on the far side. Kozak spins around, gets it to the point, leaves it high. Simon walking in, goes for the cross-ice pass. That's deflected away for a moment. Taken away. Haas digging it forward. Morris coming in onside. Morris with a chance to Haas. Goal! Short-hander for the Red Devils. 5-2. And they're on fire today.
Lovely play by the Red Devils. Imports have been building that connection so far this season. But yeah, lovely taking the chance here on the penalty kill. Great battle by Haas to continue at the puck, and then Morris takes it into the zone, but then gives it back to him for a nice tap in.
Yeah, the Red Devils special teams, they have figured something out.
Maybe there was some video sessions done there by Coach Berber.
Well, either way, they still have to kill a minute 3 on this one as the Swarm look to get one back here. March with it, March looking, March holding. They back off of him. He rims it around, goes over to Pazotki, to Sandoy. Sandoy low one, and Carey holds on to it, just kind of jumps on top of it, and it's still 5-2.
Yeah, no, the mindset of scoring a short-handed goal, but you're still on the penalty call. The players that are coming on next have to be switched back onto that defensive mentality.
And that defensive mentality has got to be in place from the get-go, because the Swarm are quick on that. They've had such a good offensive power play. And so far today, I'm not going to give the announcers curse. I can't do that, right? So that goes out to the blue line and goes and hops over Picazzi's stick over to Sandoy. Sandoy trying to reset. Sandoy looking for the pass, but he then says, I'll dump and chase. That's brought into Atwell. Atwell to Sandoy. Sandoy leaves it to McDonald. McDonald with a shot. And that's dumped the length of the ice with under 10 seconds to go on this one. Morris goes back out with Hopkins and Brown and Haast. It'll be Hopkins going off again, so Willis comes back out, and that ends the penalty. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Carroll with it low. He takes a high angle shot that gets kicked away, and Morris puts that out of play. They're discussing whether that was a
I think it was low into the netting and blowing down.
Yeah, I think they're okay with it. They had you could tell they were having the discussion over the intercom between all of them, but it's just a face-off.
Referees just giving some coaches some warning about net guards and visors and all those important pieces of the rule book that they look out for.
And the face-off, Morris wins this one for the Red Devils to Brown. Brown with an outlet pass that's knocked down immediately. Carroll gets it back, and that pass just doesn't connect. Now there's a 3-on-2 available for the Red Devils if they move fast. Haas is going to get to the puck first. He holds on to it. Pass across the blue line, but it goes to neutral. They have to reset. Brown dumps it back in. They tag up, and the Swarm have the puck. They look for the long pass. That's intercepted, and I think the playbook has been spotted for both teams here.
Yeah, some long passes, which have been working so far, but luckily Brown was onto that one.
Campbell out there for the Red Devils right now, which is a new name out there for number 36.
And the Young Guns.
Had him listed at 77 earlier, so shirt issues I think it is, but Morris with it, he brings it in for a moment. Koptev has it now for the Swarm. Back to Hopkinson. And the Red Devils get it off him. Pass it, but that's Tappan's intercepted from Koptev to Hopkinson, and Carey with a good position just waits for that puck to go into his gear and gets a stop.
A couple of fortunate moments there. Tappan with a soft turnover. Sean Brown earlier in the last shift doing a breakout pass, getting battered down right in front of the goal. Like, again, you don't want to be giving up those turnovers to an attacking Swarm team.
No, the puck luck's been going the way of the Red Devils today for sure. Hayes got it now halfway up. He gets knocked off from Pake. The puck dribbles back out halfway, and the Swarm reset. They pull that one back. The Red Devils stay up on the forecheck here. It's Bulls high, and Pake goes off for Reese. An interesting lineup change there. And the Swarm trying to get that out. Moncrief trying to dump that puck. He played it enough that it disrupted things, and Moncrief is going to bring it in himself. Slowly looking and taking a shot. That goes left, and he gets it back for a moment. And now the Swarm have it. March throwing it forward and getting off the ice. Tapping gets to it on the opposing corner, and now Meisternock sends it back to him. Another long pass up to Reese. He's going to touch that one, maybe? No, that's going to go for an icing call as Sandoy had him shoulder to shoulder and didn't touch it.
Just not enough there for Reese to get just ahead of Sandoy to convince the linesman to wave it off there. So icing's the call, and they'll go back down to the Red Devils' defensive zone.
Just under 3.5 to go here in the second. 5-2 the score. You're reading that correctly. It is the Red Devils 5 and the Swarm 2. And it's going to be Pagazdi to take the face off for the Swarm. He gets it back to the blue line. They hold it in. Sandoy with a shot, but it's deflected away as Reese was there defensively. He sends it deep into the other zone, and that's going to go for an icing call. And they got to go back out on the ice. That was just a little bit too much by Reese as he pushed it up, and it's kind of slid away on him.
Maybe one past the spiral too much in the pregame meal there, and just creeps over for icing.
So it'll be Bull to take this one again, and Pagazdi to take it for the Swarm. Pagazdi gets there again, but Tapping gets to the puck, goes as far as Fueller at the blue line, stays in. Pagazdi with it for a moment, then sent away. That's just swept away like it was a power play. And because they backed off of it, they allowed that to not go for icing. That's going to be a change for the Red Devils. Everybody assumed it was icing, but as soon as they played it passively, they called it off.
Swarm team there needed to keep skating for the puck. The Red Devils had conceded it, and they hadn't even left their blue line. But got to keep going for it. Yep.
Keokuk trying to get that puck away from Fueller. They dig away at it. 5 players over there. Puck getting a lot of love, but it goes out to Atwell at the blue line now. He takes a shot. That goes off Keokuk's arm. Bounces favorably for the Swarm. Goes low, and that was McDonald just taking off the puck. McDonald turned 18 not that long ago. He's not the strongest yet. And the Red Devils playing him off the puck correctly in that case. Had a good tournament, but still growing up. Played the under 18s, under 20s, and Ice Blacks this year. So it was quite a journey for him. That puck goes out to neutral. Moncrief with it. Sends it behind Harrison. Harrison has a hard time playing that one. Kind of put the stick out. And then a long pass trying to get up to Kozak, and it's Kaluzny knocking it out of play.
Yeah, McDonald there for the Swarm, a young player coming up. I think it is his third year in the league, though, even though he has just ticked over the 18 years old and currently just under 0.4 points per game. So not bad for a young fella that probably, again, playing less ice time in those earlier seasons as a 16, 17-year-old.
Yeah, he's going to be a good one, that's for sure. A couple of discussions with the referee and the Swarm bench. Not sure exactly what it's about.
He previously came by and asked the teams about their net guards and visors, but doesn't seem to be too much of an issue this time, and we'll play on.
Yeah, not sure what that one was. And normally we have the referees mic'd up, but not today. That's a win for Dalmateau there. He takes the puck, gets a shot off, but that's right at Carey. Carey dumps it, but jumps on it and gets a stop.
Good pair of hands on Dalmateau there, and yeah, Willis was caught looking at that puck and got round him, and then, yeah, luckily Tim Carey with the save.
Minute 41 to go here officially. Morris loses that one. Long shot by Wimmer. It was a little off target, but close enough that Carey's going to want to play that. He grabs it with his glove, and we do it again.
You'd have to be confident in your post to let that one go.
Yeah, very confident. Yeah, I might have rung. That one goes to the Swarm again. Kozak gets that one. Out to Wimmer. Wimmer with a low shot. Kick save into the corner again. Carey in the butterfly, just knocking it aside. Haas can't hold on to it. Carroll has it, and that goes to Carey again. And the Swarm get another chance and a stop.
Yeah, maintaining an offensive zone pressure here from the Swarm. Not too threatening. A couple of long shots, a little bit of traffic around, but yeah, Tim Carey there just able to direct it to the side.
Pekosny to take this one. He wins it. Goes back, but over Atwell's stick, and it's going to go back out to neutral. They have to reset. Haas with a forecheck. Long shot in. Carey holds on to it, and as soon as the pressure comes by, he gets another stop. That was a long chance there, and I don't think that was the intention. And they're because there was no pressure.
No, shot from just behind halfway, so technically an icing dump in, and then the goalkeeper throws it on a shot from behind halfway.
There you go. So no change in that case. Have you considered becoming a referee, Dan?
Oh, I might have crossed my mind at some point, but
might be a little while, but got the book down, that's for sure. Big hit there, collision. Haas hitting the deck, and that's going to go out to neutral. Morris can't hold on to it. Wimmer with it. The Swarm trying to play that one in as we tick under a minute to go in the second period. Brown has it in the corner, trying to break this one out. A little extra chance for the Swarm. They've got three players up in the blue line, and that puck goes up and out of play over the glass.
There's nothing worse in a referee's mind than a player that's read the rule book than that.
Yeah, you can't get one by on them, can you? Although they still try.
Indeed.
Carroll and Bull to go at this one. Bull getting the better, and the face-off going for the Red Devils. That last minute here just going to go out for a long chance.
Delayed penalty coming up here.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking it was icing for a minute, but it is a penalty.
I think it's 17 with boarding. Boarding call, I believe it was on Dalmateau down here in corner on Pake. Pake clearly was showing his back to him the whole way as the puck was coming around the boards, and Dalmateau decided to play into the numbers there on Pake. It wasn't the worst offensive, from an injury perspective or anything, but
right.
Again, well sold by Pate. You're showing your numbers the whole way to him. The player can't go through your back. So,
yeah, it's what we would call a textbook penalty on that one. It's not necessarily physically dangerous, maybe, but had the potential, so you have to call it. Power play for the Red Devils. Shot, and Harrison with a glove save. And we'll do it again. 30 seconds to go in the second period with just under 2 minutes on the power play, so this will carry over if it's not scored. out to Morris. Morris takes the shot and goal! Nobody saw it. Harrison never had a chance, and it goes over her right shoulder. We'll take a look at that one. That's a fantastic power play. 6-2 the score. The Red Devils on top. That goes just over her right ear. Never saw a thing of it.
Yeah, great shot by Morris. Held it, waited, and then, unfortunately, 2 Swarm players plus a Red Devils player getting in front of some traffic there. Yeah, Harrison had no eyes on it, so Morris was able to pick top left.
That's exactly what the Red Devils want to do on a power play. You disrupt the vision lanes of the goalie, and that's the kind of stuff that happens. The Swarm get that puck right away. It's 5-on-5 again, of course.
Debut for Byford out there.
And the puck gets knocked around. The Swarm still have it. Fueler can't hold it in on the blue line. That's going to go the length. And Gallagher getting to it first. With 7 seconds to go here. That's going to close out the second period if it stays in that corner. Swarm with it, and that'll do. 6-2 the score.
Red Devils fourth line getting a little run there at the end of that one. Maybe a little luxury for the coach to roll through his players now with a 6-2 lead, but as we probably saw there, there's still 20 minutes to go here, so while it's a great position to be in, you need to make sure they keep the focus and play good hockey.
They're only 2/3 of the way done.
Indeed.
It's a long ways to go. So I don't know. What'd you think as far as the odd man rushes didn't really happen as much in that second period, especially once they started figuring out the lane jumps.
There was a period there where we were quite back and forward with odd man rushes, probably middle of that period, and chances going both ways. And I think, I said the coaches would be a bit stressed out of that point where you're going odd man rush each way. But I think probably most of it, possession and territory, Swarm probably had it, at least for the last 10 minutes of that period. I don't think Red Devils spend a lot of attacking time or pressure in the Swarm zone, but in saying that, they didn't need to score 2 goals. It was, quick attack, one on the short-handed on the penalty kill, and then on the power play there again. So special teams here for Red Devils. Maybe all their goals were scored in the special teams. Maybe one.
There was just one that was just kind of a hangover right after it. Yeah, that's
indeed. But I probably would have said territory possession to the Swarm.
Yeah,
for that period. But scoreboard is the other way.
Yeah, and the other thing that I think was extremely important, Carey was solid in net, but didn't really have to do anything spectacular. That was his routine, a period as you'd see, and they didn't give up any goals at all.
No.
6-2. There was 3 for the Devils, and that was it. The Swarm couldn't put it behind him. So I think that as much as everything else going on, there was no defensive lapses. And I think that was a big positive to see out of the Red Devils.
Yeah, indeed. I wouldn't say no lapses. There were a few bad turnovers, but again, probably a little bit of luck came the Red Devils' way, and the Swarm didn't quite probably capitalize on those chances as they needed. But Tim Carey's been solid. Again, he's seen shots. There's been a number of shots on here, but probably no really, really high scoring percentage chance shots that have been taken by the Swarm.
Besides the refereeing, you might start coaching too. You never know. You're going to be busy in this sport for a while. You see a lot.
I didn't mind actually just showing up here today 15 minutes before the game and chuck the mic on and away we go.
Hey, you know what? You're welcome up in the booth any old time you want, and that is a long-standing invitation. So you keep coming back, and we'll talk about this. I just want to bring this up one more time. The official standings here, the Swarm, with any win here this weekend, will jump into first place overall. Could be tomorrow. Could be not at all.
Could be today, Matt.
Could be today. You never know. But you do keep. I'm trying to be optimistic, and you're bringing me back down to earth, which is really good. We need that. But the Red Devils, they have 10 games left in this season, and to be fair, I wasn't going to talk about it this way before, but if they want to make the playoffs, even though there's 4 teams making the playoffs this year, they are going to have, from this point forward, a winning season.
Correct.
They have to have at least 6.
If they don't start winning games this season, they almost need to win every game in the second half of the season, and then maybe also have results go their way,
yes.
Which is not a good spot to be in.
Yeah, because you do get 4 teams in this year, which is that's a benefit to anybody chasing up the league. But every team thus far at 8 games or less, every team except for the Red Devils has 4 wins. The Red Devils have yet to get a win. If they are to turn their season around, this is the moment. I mean, I was going into this one thinking, the Swarm were going to do Swarm things, and so far, 6-2 the score. We're a long ways from that. So, yeah.
They had the big underdog banner on their side this weekend going into it, that's for sure. But yeah, 40 minutes of game played here so far. 6-2 the lead to the Red Devils. Let's see how the next 20 goes.
Yep. So we'll be back with you in about 10 minutes. Thanks for joining, everybody. We'll see you back with third period action in just a bit.
Red Devils Hockey is brought to you by Bushnell Builders Limited. Trust Bushnell Builders for over 40 years of excellence in commercial and residential construction across Christchurch and Canterbury. Quality, experience, and dedication in every project. Bushnell.co.nz. Reform Radiology, exceptional imaging and treatment services for the community. Local team, expert care. Reformradiology.co.nz. The Alpine Ice Sports and Entertainment Center, fun physical entertainment for the whole family. alpineice.co.nz. Sounders Robinson and Brown is a Canterbury law firm offering legal advice in commercial law, property, trusts and estates, dispute resolution, family and relationship property. Talk to the team at SRB for legal solutions tailored for your success. srblaw.co.nz. And by Futaporo Accountants. Not your average accountants, Futaporo take the hassle out of taxes and let you focus on what you do best. Futaporo.co.nz.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Alpine Ice Sports and Entertainment Center. Third period action about to get started here. Just that quickly, hey, it's Harrison still getting ready, so they'll hold up on the puck drop. 20 minutes to go here. 6-2 the score in favor of the Red Devils, and they drop the puck. That goes over to Harrison, and we get started on the whether the Red Devils can pull off the upset of the year or if the Swarm have one heck of a comeback shot, and it goes in front, kicked aside. Boy, that was close as well. And the Red Devils on offense immediately. Long shot deflected, goes past Harrison. Harrison gets her stick back, and that goes out to neutral. Tapping gets to it, dumps it back in. That's offside. They'll tap up. And the Swarm with the puck. Dan, this is starting off very quickly.
Yeah, that was a good attacking chance there for the Red Devils. And so far, 6 goals in today's game, 6 different goal scorers. We're coming into this game, only 3 players had scored goals for the Red Devils in the first 6 games.
Back and forth at neutral. Simon with the long backhand. And the Swarm trying to take that in. Goes a little off the net there, but stays in play. Hits the glass in the corner. Kozak with it out to Simon. Long shot deflection, but that deflection came straight at the logo for Tim Carey, and they get a stop.
A threatening chance though. Those deflections can catch goalies off guard, but yeah, luckily that one was deflected right into the logo.
Let's just see if I can get that quick one in here, as that was kicked aside by Harrison. Almost
put back in by their own player.
Face-off won by the Devils. Willis pulling that one down and getting it past Kozak on the glass. Stays in play, goes the length, and they're going to get an icing as Wimmer is back first. Well, it's a 75 seconds worth of very fast-paced action to start this third period, Dan.
Indeed, and 75 seconds less to play in the game with a 4-goal lead for the Red Devils.
And as they keep the action on here, Carroll losing that one to Moncrief. That puck stayed in the zone, though. Swarm losing it. Sean Brown with the puck, and he looks to skate it out. He flips it, lifts it, and that one's going to go no ice here as Wimmer was on it. Wimmer chose not to play it. Now he gets the puck. Kozak with it, leaves it behind, and Simon with it as the Swarm look to break out. Their long pass chance again. This one gets through Dalmato, and an early whistle. It was on Carey. Dalmato had that one for a moment and couldn't pull the trigger.
Again, you don't want Dalmato getting one of those long stretch passes. Luckily, it was just bobbling enough there that Tim Carey could put enough of a glove on it to convince the referee that he had it covered.
The long pass still playing a big part of this game. Face-off is whistled dead.
Swarm player crept into the zone, crept into the circle behind the linesman dropping it.
Well, that would be cheating, Dan. Nobody does that. It was Koptev that jumped in anyways. All in fun. Puck goes the length. No, goes up to Haast. They can't touch it.
Offside.
And then they called the whistle, and it was offsides because it was a high stick. They couldn't call because of the high stick, but Haast apparently was a little early.
It was well offside by Haast as well. So probably two conflicting calls there, and they're not. If that was just an offside, then they would have been back in the defensive zone.
So that conflicting calls ends up with a dot near the offensive zone for the Devils, but the Swarm get it. March passes it, and then they get it back out. Morris with it. He swings it around, but goes past Pang, off the tape, goes to Hopkinson with a chance. He gets that knocked into the corner, and the Red Devils break back out. Haast with the puck. He's going to take it in himself. Hold up. Hits the stop sign. Wrist pass into the slot area, but can't do anything with it as Moncrief got the deflection, and that also deflected. Hopkins holding on to it. Swarm going for a change. Kaluzny passing that up the boards. Haast holds, flips it to the other side of the ice. Hopkins throws it in. It's going to come out just as quickly. Haast picks it up at the center ice and throws it towards Harrison. Harrison sticks it aside. Keokuk on the forecheck, but that goes to Atwell. Atwell gets it knocked off his stick, but the Swarm keep it. And a good defensive play. Picozzi losing the puck, but that's a dangerous place for Morrison to skate. Morris doing a good job, and that gets deflected away by Reese and goes into the far corner, rims around, and the Red Devils hold on to it. And there's a chance as it bounces in on Harrison, and they get a stop.
Yeah, good swing of the stick there by Kaluzny there to take that attacking chance there for the Swarm away.
Yeah, the good puck luck again is that kind of rotated around the entire rink and didn't really, any of the danger could have happened for the Red Devils, didn't. Face-off won by the Swarm. They're going to have a chance here. Dalmanteau is going to get there first, but he's on the wing, coming around the goal. Leaving it to Simon. Simon with it. Back to Dalmanteau, and that pass was off target. It's going to go the length of the ice. And we're at 16.5 to go here. Harrison leaving it behind. Wimmer leaving it behind. Lowe's going to get there first as Carroll didn't do anything with it. And that bounces out to neutral. Some sloppy play for the Swarm there. They get away with it. Carroll's going to take it over the line, and he sends it through his legs. Takes a chance to hit the side of the net. Didn't get much on it. And now the Red Devils cleared out to neutral. Trying to hit Reese on the long pass, but he was tripled up there, and the Swarm get the puck back. Good move there by Kozak. Takes the shot, and Carey gets a stop on the shoulder, puts it forward, and jumps on it.
Red Devils just not watching the body there of the Swarm players. So Carroll and then Kozak both sort of stepping through, deeping through the players, and I dare say a bit too relaxed or casual in the defensive zone there for the Red Devils.
And it's Bull ready to go with Hopkinson. Bull has that for a moment. We'll call that a Red Devils win. A puck goes out to neutral. March sending it around. Hopkinson throwing it in. Red Devils pick it up. Pake with the clearance. Doesn't go as far as the blue line. Stays in. Koptev with it in the corner. Brown trying to poke it away. Goes in front, and a good chance goes by. I think that was actually really good defense with a stick lift there. And the Swarm with it still going out to Hay for a long shot. Then it goes behind the net. Carey watches it goes around harmlessly. Moncrief up high. March's shot gets deflected by Hopkinson's skate. And the Devils looking to get this one just out and relieved. That one bounced off March's head. Stays in. And Moncrief pokes that one out. It's Brown up the left side. And he's looking for somebody to help. Moncrief asking for it, but his stick got lifted as well. And the puck goes back to the Red Devils. They send it back up to Brown. He's onside, goes up the right side this time. Holds up, looks for some help. Sends it behind, goes to Haast. Haast picks it up. Morris on the side there. Haast leaves it, but he can't, well, he does get it to Morris there. And then sends that deep to Moncrief back in front. And that's turned over. 3-on-3 developing for the Swarm. But that pass is knocked over in, well, neutral ice. And just not connecting are the Swarm. And they were offside anyways. That's a long pass up to Morris up the left side. Takes a shot. That goes high, and it did hit the post. And let's see if we can see that one again.
Great little look there from Morris coming in left flank. Yeah, I think we'd hit high, top crossbar, top right side. And out of play.
Dink. There it is. It's another close one, and the Red Devils hopping here in the third period, holding on to a 4-goal lead. And they back everybody out of the circles. Morris to take this one. He loses that one to Podrowski, and around to Atwell. High flying puck. That one came by the all the helmets of everybody on the bench, but it stayed in play and goes for an icing. Well, I think as you were saying, it's as long as we keep ticking the clock down, the better off the Red Devils are.
Yeah, time's on their side in this game. And I don't think it's been on their side on many of the games so far.
No, it's been close in a couple of occasions, but it hasn't worked out thus far. So far, at this point, that's another face-off that's going to be redropped. I'm not sure if that was a
one. I think he won it with his foot. Didn't get to play it with the stick first.
Yep, that's you're exactly right. He stuck his foot in there, and that's why they call it back. That's eagle eyes here, Dan. Very nice. It's almost like he used to play this game or something.
Once upon a time.
Kaluzny with it at the point as the Red Devils hold the puck. Goes behind to Haast. Haast pinned on that board. Morris trying to come by and save that puck, but there's a big hit, and arms stay down on that one. Kaluzny with a long shot. That's kicked away. Another chance in front. One-timer fanned on. Didn't get much of it, and it comes back out for the Swarm. Simon coming up with some speed. He leaves the puck behind, though. Shot a goal! Simon gets it back. And boy, he knew to pull the trigger when he got that, and makes it 6-3.
Tim Carey just a little bit stunned on that one. Probably didn't expect him to shoot through his defender's legs, and I don't think there's much movement. Yeah, through both legs, really, through the defender and then the goalie's legs on that one. Yeah, so that's sort of against the run of the play a little bit there, and that's where Red Devils really don't want that momentum to continue.
And I don't know that he saw much of that, the shot itself when he pulled the trigger on that one, but he certainly wasn't in the position he'd want to be in to play that puck. Just didn't see it coming. So 6-3 the score. Arm stays down for that one. Another big hit. Keo Cope hitting the deck. Dalmato trying to keep it in. He does. Gets it down to Kozak. A good hit there. Kozak asking for a penalty. He's not getting one. Played well there by Campbell.
He asks for penalties most games.
It's a consistent request. Another good hit there. And a good clearance, but not quite out. Now it is. Lowe knocking him aside. Kozak going off the ice, leaves a stick and a glove behind. And that goes over the line. It's offside is the call. Kozak unhappy about that situation, but they pick up the yard sale and give it back to him.
Yeah, indeed. No one goes into the box and we play on.
That offside is going to bring the face-off just outside the offensive zone for the Red Devils. Bull to play this one, and he's going up against Hopkinson. Bull wins that one softly right behind him, and Moncrief throws it in, gives up possession. That one goes out to Sandoy, and he clears it away up to Pang and past Hopkinson. Willis with it. Logan Willis trying to pull that away. The puck gets pinned up against the kick plate over on that corner. Nobody moving, but nobody blowing a whistle. They continue to chop away at it. The Red Devils with a 3-goal lead here. And that's Brown breaking out with the puck. He throws it up and hits the rafter. So that's going to be a face-off in the defensive zone.
Yeah. Logan Willis playing to kill the puck on that corner there. He had pressure on him, couldn't see where his teammates were, so he went into the boards. You could see him plant his stick and foot up against it just to buy some time, and Bull was there supporting.
And he did exactly that. It's just over 12 minutes to go on this Saturday afternoon of a 3-day weekend. That shot comes in. Willis is going to get hold of that puck. He sends it to the other side to Haas. He can't play it off the board. Harrison sticks it away. Morris takes a shot for his troubles. Now Moncrief has it. No, Moncrief getting it back to Willis off of Morris, and they cycle through again. That's a solid play there. Good check by the Swarm. That puck's going to go the length of the ice, but Willis has got to skate this one out. No icing here because
bit slow
on that one, yeah. And because of that, a chance there by Pekowski. Wimmer asking for it, but that puck goes all the way back. A chance for the Swarm goes by the boards. And Pekowski not happy about that situation. Brown has it now. That comes in. It may have been offside, but it doesn't matter now. It was cleared. Haas sending it to Brown. Brown sending it forward to Keo Cope. They're going to ask for the icing and get it.
Keo Cope just not able to get anything on it there as it went right
through his legs,
right under his nose.
Yep. So they hold up the changes. Reese was out there, so he's going to stay out there. And still 5-on-5, of course. No penalties, I don't think, in this period yet.
So top line on for the Swarm.
And Carroll to take this one again. The Swarm looking for some more offense. They have a 3-goal deficit to pick up here. If they want to maintain their situation towards the top of the table. The Red Devils looking for their first win of the season. Up 3 goals so far, but the Swarm looking strong here. A shot that goes off Carey's face mask. It's one way to save it.
As long as it doesn't go between the pipes.
And Meisternock has it, and he's going to skate by a couple of players for the Swarm, passes it forward. Goes up to Reese. Reese is going to hold on to it at the half boards, look for help. He gets double teamed into the boards, and then Keo Cope gets stressed out a little bit. Morris with a good pass. That's sent to the side shot. Meisternock with a low one doesn't get through. Reese digging that away and fighting for that puck. Meisternock just can't control it enough, but he gets it over to Reese again. So they keep it on the offense. Keo Cope getting knocked into the boards yet again. Some frustration showing there. And they're just physically taking him off the puck.
I think Carroll's willing to pick on someone of his own size out there, but I think unfortunately retaliating by Joel Keo Cope, he's got pinged.
Yeah, was it Cope or was it Reese that had that shot here? I'm just going to see if I've got it. It was right at the end. It was Keo Cope that they're calling here. Nope, don't.
Yeah, just a little bit of back and forth. Again, battling hockey in the corner, but trying to get a cheap shot on Carroll as he's going off into the bench. And yeah, 2 referees in this game. One at the back of the play, watching the players go up the ice. I saw that nice and easily.
And that's exactly what pays off with physical play. McDonald with it now for the Swarm. They start their power play to try to get back in this one. Atwell's got it now in the corner. Bull a little stretch there. Pekowski over on the right side all alone. Doesn't get it quickly, so he's got to play it cross ice again. Another shot that was off target. Podolski with it. Pekowski to Sandoy, and then Bull's going to sweep it out.
Great stick there by Bull.
And that will get the top penalty kill back out there for the Red Devils with 1:22 to go on this power play. Podolski with a shot. He couldn't really pull the trigger on it. He just kind of skated that shot in. Shot low in front, and they're saying goal, but no.
Early celebration there from the Swarm player. Puck stuck right between Tim Carey's legs. So well done.
No lights, no anything, just legs on top of it.
He thinks he's on a roller coaster. Hands go up, but yeah.
It wasn't even close, was it? No. On a roller coaster, I like it. You didn't talk a lot on the ice, did you?
Not at all.
No, I didn't think so. Carroll to take this one as the Swarm keep with their top line out on the power play. Goes to the point.
I was too busy trying to stay on my feet, mate.
You did pretty well. Simon gets it again at the point. He gives it up. They go low. Dalmacho coming up the other side. They try to get it to him, but Morris with just enough stick on that one to avoid that empty net. Another shot. Simon's shot looking for a deflection. Goes off the left, comes in, and this time they get it out of the zone. Haas trying to dig it away and killing some more time. Now he gives up and goes for the change, as he has done yeoman's work today, just hustling as Haas, and it's made a huge difference today.
Yeah, he's been skating 100% every time he's been on the ice.
And come in, Simon brings it in onside, Swarm with it. 20 seconds to go on this power play. Looking for that cross-ice play to Kozak. But Kozak skates in too much, and that puck goes by him. Reese dumps and gets rid of it. Low with a forecheck. Hopkins comes out. Reese is back out there, and Meisternock, as they finish off this power play, it's going to go onside and get turned around. That will not be an icing, as they just now come out of it. Keo Cope skating on the forecheck. He and Reese are in the zone. Picozzi sending it out to Atwell. Fueler with it, leaves it behind. Shot. Carey trying to play it, and that shot just didn't get taken by the...
Yeah, could have pulled the trigger there. That would have been threatening.
Yeah, would have. Sandoy with a long shot that goes in front. And Carey in front. And a lot of physicality there. Let me just...
Great scramble by Timmy there to cover that one up. Again, those loose pucks, it's almost anyone's game of who can get their stick to it first. But yeah, Tim Carey doing a good job on those loose puck rebounds here so far.
And Atwell taking one to the face there, it looked like, but no calls. And just over 7 minutes to go. Still a 3-goal lead for the Red Devils. As the time drips off. McDonald with a good win there. That puck goes to Moncrief. Moncrief just dumps it. It'll be on target. Harrison with some work and gets Paik off his skates there. That was kind of fun, but she had to play that one. And Moncrief getting in the way. And the fans getting into this one as they're feeling it here in Christchurch.
Swarm bench animated. Could have been an interference like it was on Andy Hay earlier.
And McDonald getting the worst end of that one. That one turned over. Thomas Moncrief with it. Now Brown has it, trying to keep it in the zone. He doesn't, as he was hassled off of that. Who was that? That was Carroll doing a good job with that particular instance. And Moncrief getting a good shot, good shoulder check, and the Swarm with it. Trying to get something set up, but just not completing their passes. And now Morris with some speed as he skates hard, goes through 2 players. Harrison didn't have to do much, just watched it go to her left side, or to her right side, off to the left.
Threatening turn of speed there from Morris.
Oh, I wouldn't want to see Morris coming at me that fast. Haast with it for a moment. Tries to get into the board there. Simon took a license plate, looking for the return on that one.
Careful.
And Tappan giving one up there. Simon getting the puck. Meisternock getting in the way defensively, doing a good job and preventing a good shot. And another hit there. Meisternock getting physical here. He's prone to taking penalties, so he's got to be careful. He leaves that one behind. Does not come out of the zone. High shot off target. Carey blockers it away. Although I don't think he got that one there. And that comes out to neutral ice. Haas goes off. He's going to jump over the boards. Dalmato takes it in, gets taken away. Carroll with a shot. That was off target. Had a good chance at a wrister there, but the puck goes into the boards. Pang's got it now halfway in. That's off the dasher for a moment. Tapping with it. Now Pang. Keo Cope digging it past. Stays in the zone, but turned over, and the Red Devils with a chance here. Morris coming up one-on-one. Trying to off the backhand. Takes the shot. And Harrison just in the right spot. Waits it out. And...
Nets off. Nets off. And so no change to the Swarm. Yeah, it's another threatening play there by Morris. Great lead pass there by Reese, I believe it was to Morris. He tried to have a little fake there on the defender. Defender managed to stick with him. And couldn't make a chance of it as he drove into the net.
And Dalmato taking a seat with some problems with an upper body injury. Hopkinson off getting some treatment. The Swarm having a really tough go of it here. And the Red Devils.
Just under 5 minutes to go.
Tick, 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 tick. That one going all the way to the side. Picosdi with it. Picosdi over the line. Picosdi keeping the puck. And now gives it up to Lowe. Lowe dinks it out to the neutral zone. And Keogh Cope trying to keep it in. He's going to steer it back. Stays in the zone. In front, Atwell leaves it. Shot by Kaluzny. That goes off Sandoy's shin. And Sandoy turns it around. Holds on to it. Tries to get it up to Atwell. Atwell misplays it. Picosdi to McDonald. McDonald gains the zone. He's going to take a shot. Doesn't get through. Hopkins blocks that one. That one knocked aside. And the Red Devils have parked the bus. Harrison playing that one out. But the Red Devils definitely looking to escape at any chance they can. And they're willing to give up the icing.
Indeed. Offside there. Yeah, offside. Thank you.
Yeah, I think you willed that one to happen, but Carroll was way offside, so we just had to wait for him to touch the puck there.
Our commentary box is an extra metre higher here this weekend. They've put some extensions into it, so we've got a bit more of a bird's eye view on that one. So.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun this high up, but don't ask me about getting equipment up here.
Oh, yeah,
that was fun. But Morris is in the face-off dot. He's waiting.
I'll just say thank you for your efforts, Matt, in setting the broadcast up.
Well, as long as you're having fun, Dan, that's what matters. I keep saying that.
Of course, we've got a couple other lovely people that aren't mic'd up as well, helping us.
Yeah, that's a good point. We'll give Chris and Ava a shout in the important part of the game. Willis with it. Willis slowly moves it out. They Swarm waiting in all the lanes, but not taking the man. And Willis gives up the puck. But it looks like they're just looking to clear it. It almost feels like a 5-on-5 penalty kill for the Red Devils at the moment. Playing strategically, Kozak with it. Kozak does that spin around in that same spot. Takes a shot, pings off the left pipe. And just that close. Still 3 goals in this one with 3 minutes to go. The Swarm are going to have to take some chances. Carroll can't hold on to it. Kozak getting knocked off the puck. Sandoy with a long shot. And that goes right in the glove of Carey for a stop.
Yeah, Devils probably have just switched to more of that little bit of park the bus mentality. But I'd like to see them still take some positive steps when they do get puck in control and have the time, rather than be a fully passive system.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Like Willis skated that one out, probably against what they were thinking, and it worked out really well because of it. Not taking any chances there. Now Reese comes up the left side, 1-on-2. He holds up, holds on to possession, and sends it around.
Again, spending time down that end of the ice is all they need right now.
Lowe with a chance. Lowe with another shot. Harrison with a great save, and a penalty coming up. We'll get that one on replay here. But I'm not sure about the penalty.
Yes, on Botany Swarm, I believe.
Boy, and Lowe just digging and digging and digging. That glass, you see it shaking there.
I think they're taking 2. I think Michael Atwell got the first penalty, and then I think at the end Reese got him back as well. So they take 2. 1 from each side here with 2.5 minutes to go. They're playing 5-on-5 hockey.
Well, getting Atwell out probably somewhat benefits the Red Devils here. Reese is a ferocious defender at times, and kind of an even swap really, but that's an offensive weapon off the ice that the Swarm really need. Thuler with it at the moment, and another good forecheck. Gallagher with it, sweeps it around. Harrison and Keogh Cope getting hit hard here, and they just go at it. We'll see if we can kind of pull that one back here.
This is what you want to probably do as Red Devils put pressure on the Swarm goalie at this time of the game.
Keogh Cope really in there.
And Harry Lowe's done a great job here. He's taken Carroll with him to the box. So I think it was, by anything, it was probably Carroll instigating that one. He just grabbed Harry Lowe from behind the net in a headlock. And Harry Lowe retaliated. But again, taking the import player out. That one's probably a win there to the Red Devils.
Yeah, that's a trade that you'll take. It's not that the players aren't equally important or whatever. It's the offensive specialty. Getting that off the ice always helps. With 2:24 to go, and they still are 5-on-5. Once again, those chess pieces moving around, but no numerical advantages here. That one slapped in by Campbell. He's going to pick it up again.
Bradford. Change the jersey.
Sorry, there we go. Picozzi with it. Picozzi losing it, has to go back out. He's offside. And they recycle. Dalmato bringing it on the right side. That's kicked away, but it gets through back to Dalmato. Goes high. Sandoy can't keep it in. And Bueller having to wait to tag up. Throws it in. Red Devils looking to get that out. Brown with some patience. Brown avoiding some traps the Swarm had set, and Paik with it. Paik brings it in for just a moment. Paik killing a lot of time here. Paik sending it around.
Put it to the corner. That's all you need to do right now.
It's not soccer football. You don't always have to play it to the quarter, but close enough right here, right? Bull with
3-goal lead with a minute and a half. Put it to the put it to the other team's corner.
Put it in the corner. That's right. Far corner. Bull coming off exhausted. And they're giving everything here. The Swarm trying to set up again. We'll see if Harrison comes off, but it doesn't look like she's going to on a 3-goal lead. She is not. She sits this one out, and Carey holds on to it. 6-3, and officially 1 minute and 7 seconds on the scoreboard. I don't think there's enough time to get 3 of them here. I'll say it.
You've said that, Matt. That's on the record. Red Devils, though, Coach Pivot taking chance to get some fresh legs out there. I think the fourth line getting another stint here.
March out there on the face-off. He loses that one. Stays in with Wimmer, but Wimmer getting knocked into the boards. Gallagher digging it out. Goes to neutral. March sending it in. March going off the ice. March not in a good way. Goes to neutral.
I think he's just not happy with the scoreboard.
And McDonald trying to hold on to the puck, but he holds up, and the Red Devils, with 40 seconds to go and a 3-goal lead, are going to get their first win of the 2025 campaign against long odds here. The underdogs are coming through.
If TAB was covering this game, yeah, you would have made some good money on it.
Simon getting knocked off the puck. Gallagher with it, sends it out. 18 seconds to go. They'll be skated down by Garth Terangi Henare. He gets elbowed viciously, but no call there. Apparently that was all legal. That one goes out, and Garth not too happy about that one. He takes exception.
He's got that small stature, so he's actually quite a threat to draw penalties for the contact of the head. You know, larger players, it's a lot harder to avoid that contact. But right, the penalty box is clear here as all those coincidental penalties have expired. But we've got 4.1 seconds on the clock here.
Yeah, the clock's pretty much expired as well, so they clear everybody out. They drop this one as a formality, but it will be the Red Devils with their first win of the 2025 campaign. And they call it good, and that'll do it.
Well done. That'll be the end of the game. Score bench didn't start it, but that will do it here at Alpine High Sports Centre.
They got to run the clock. Come on, Moncrief. Can we celebrate? The game's over, and that's it. They conceded that anyways, but the scoreboard just didn't run. That makes for an awkward ending.
It does make for an awkward ending. The celebrations have now started here. The Centres had obviously done a wee gentleman's handshake there, dropped the puck and we'll leave it. The score bench weren't on the same page.
Just kind of figures, doesn't it? Anyway, this an outstanding win for the Red Devils. 6-3 the final. And it's been a long time coming for the Red Devils to get back in the winning column. And I think I'm stunned by the fact that these two teams were the last two that played each other. And in the last weekend, just 14 days ago, they lost 10-0. 13 days ago, they lost 10-4. And they come back over here and post a 6-3 win. The Red Devils just the swing on this is unbelievable.
Yeah, I think obviously Red Devils probably, again, I watched a bit of the games, bit of highlight package up there from the previous weekends, but I think Red Devils played a much solid, more rounded game, solid game, brought energy when it was needed. Obviously, the special teams were on fire.
Absolutely.
Both power play and penalty kill. That hasn't happened a lot in the past, so that's a big upside there for the Red Devils. So maybe that was a bit of the training focus. But on the other side, maybe the Swarm were a bit too relaxed. They're coming off big wins. Didn't take it maybe as seriously. Probably a bit of that playing in as well. And look, we ended up with a completely different probably game. And obviously the scoreboard's completely different to the 14 and 13 days ago.
Yeah, but I think the biggest thing that I take away from this is they had 20 solid minutes in the second period. Yeah, that second period was the difference in this game.
Yeah, indeed. No goals against, 3 goals for. That was but again, at the end of that second period, it was solid. But we were saying possession and territory was just swarming them. So again, they defended well enough. Had probably some bounces and put them in a good step coming into the third period. Third period, again, they're probably a bit more on the conservative side. They didn't win that period, but going into it with a 4-goal lead, you didn't need to win that period to win the game.
And they played it smartly. They stayed out of the box with the exception at the end where they were taking coincidental. We can go with that, but generally they stayed off the penalty kill in that third period, which was also key. And everything just kind of fell together finally, and it's something that they've been due for a long time.
Exactly. I think the big takeaways from the Red Devils for me today was special teams, but also multiple players scoring goals. Not just relying on Morris and Haas and maybe the Moncrief brothers. Brown and Willis were joining in the rush there, but again, there was multiple people scoring that hadn't been a thing in the first 6 games of the season.
Absolutely. So I think we won't even talk about anything else as far as the Red Devils and playoffs and all that. We don't want to go to, but I do want to mention for those that are watching for the Botany Swarm, if you're still here with us, they still have a chance to go into first place with a win tomorrow, so they'll have a lot to play for. This isn't just a giveaway and not worry about it. They are in the midst of a top run here and playoff seeding, and they want that home ice advantage if it were to come to that. And they're not going to just give up and call it a weekend. They will be back and put on a show again tomorrow.
Well, again, between the other 4 teams, there's only 3 points separating them. Two of them are on 15 points, the other 2 are on 12 points. So it is a tight competition this year. Red Devils are maybe a bit slow to start. They're now on 3 points. But yeah, again, Swarm still in a good position to join that. Well, again, 3-way tie, I guess, would be at the top of the table tomorrow. So they've still got things to play for. And again, at the end of this weekend, we'll be halfway through the regular season.
Well, throwing a spanner in the works today, the Red Devils come out on top. 6-3 is the final. We will come back and join you tomorrow. The puck drop is again at 4:45 here at the Alpine Ice. For Dan Nichols, I'm Matt Chavez. We will see you tomorrow for what plans to be an outstanding weekend of ice hockey on this extended weekend, King's Birthday weekend here in New Zealand. We will see everybody tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. Take care.
Red Devils Hockey is brought to you by Bushnell Builders Limited. Trust Bushnell Builders for over 40 years of excellence in commercial and residential construction across Christchurch and Canterbury. Quality, experience, and dedication in every project. Bushnell.co.nz. Reform Radiology, exceptional imaging and treatment services for the community. Local team, expert care. Reformradiology.co.nz. The Alpine Ice Sports and Entertainment Center, fun physical entertainment for the whole family. alpineice.co.nz. Saunders, Robinson & Brown is a Canterbury law firm offering legal advice in commercial law, property, trusts and estates, dispute resolution, family and relationship property. Talk to the team at SRB for legal solutions tailored for your success. srblaw.co.nz. And by Futaporo Accountants. Not your average accountants, Fudaporo take the hassle out of taxes and let you focus on what you do best. Fudaporo.co.nz